Once the crown jewel of pop royalty, Britney Spears now finds herself back in the headlines, but not for another chart-topping hit. Instead, it's for something far darker. She's reportedly cut her entire security team, started buying firearms, and taken to jetting off to Mexico with increasing frequency. Fans are divided. Is this liberation or a slow unraveling? But what truly set off alarm bells was her name surfacing in the middle of the Diddy trial. Suddenly, Britney's past and present collided in a way no one expected, and people are questioning everything they thought they knew. For someone worth tens of millions, it seemed unthinkable. Britney Spears has reportedly dismissed most of her security team. Sources say the decision was financial. After years of private jets, $20,000 a night villas, and round-the-clock protection, the pop star apparently couldn't sustain the costs. In place of professionals, Britney has allegedly armed herself with multiple guns. Insiders claim she's taken self-defense into her own hands, citing a fear that someone is always watching. Fans are alarmed. While Britney certainly has the right to defend herself, this abrupt shift in lifestyle feels jarring. Combined with her growing isolation and increasingly unpredictable behavior, the concern isn't about her freedom, it's about her safety. And then there's the pattern. Multiple solo trips to Mexico, alone and largely unguarded. For a woman whose every move used to be tightly controlled, this kind of freedom feels both liberating and dangerous. Britney's Instagram used to be a place for dance videos and throwback photos. Now, it's something else entirely. At times chaotic, at times deeply personal, her posts range from blurry semi-nudes to screenshots of strange internet finds. She'll post long, rambling captions about personal traumas one day, and then spin barefoot in her living room the next. Comparisons to Justin Bieber's social media aren't far off. Both stars show a raw, unfiltered stream of thought that leaves fans both fascinated and worried. Is she okay? Has become a common question in comment sections. And while Britney insists she's simply living life on her own terms, critics argue that her posts suggest something deeper, something possibly unwell. Of all the strange moments, one of the most talked about was Britney's recent post reminiscing about her fling with actor Colin Farrell. She didn't hold back. She described their time together as a street fight in bed. The phrasing was graphic, unfiltered, and unexpected. This wasn't a passing comment. It was a full-on memory drop from decades ago, complete with emotional undertones. The internet was stunned. Some applauded her honesty. Others were disturbed. Why bring it up now? Was it part of a broader effort to reclaim her story? Or a signal that her grip on the past and present is slipping? One thing was clear. Britney's filter is gone and she's not afraid to name names. And then, in one of the most unexpected twists, Britney's name came up in the federal trial against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. During testimony, Cassie Ventura mentioned that Britney had attended her 21st birthday party in 2007. The very next day, Britney's infamous VMA meltdown. The timeline immediately raised eyebrows. The party in question was also attended by TriStar Sports and Entertainment, the firm that would later help control Britney's conservatorship and reportedly profited $18 million from it. Fans were left asking, what happened that night? Was something said or done that broke her spirit before one of the most disastrous public appearances of her career? TriStar has come under intense scrutiny in recent years. In Britney's case, they were key players in her conservatorship, a legal trap that kept her earnings locked and her autonomy erased. But during the Diddy trial, TriStar's name surfaced again. This time, allegedly tied to escort payments and financial oversight for Diddy's operations. Now, a disturbing question is being asked. Was Britney's downfall engineered by the same network currently under federal investigation? Could she have been exploited by powerful figures in entertainment, not just for control, but for profit? The connections are eerie, and fans aren't letting it go. Britney made millions from her memoir and years of performing, but sources suggest the money's drying up. Her lavish Mexico getaways, designer shopping sprees, and personal jets are burning through cash. The book sales brought in a spike, but insiders say it's not sustainable, and Britney hasn't lined up major new projects to replace the income. The result? A financial situation that's starting to feel fragile, especially with security staff being cut and unpaid obligations surfacing. She may be out of the conservatorship, but the freedom has come with financial instability that some say is spiraling out of control. The Free Britney movement fought for years to release her from legal control. Now that she's free, some fans feel conflicted. Is this the real Britney? Or a version warped by trauma and years of suppression? Supporters say she has every right to post, travel, and live how she wants. Critics argue her behavior is a slow-motion meltdown and that someone needs to intervene. The fandom is split between protectiveness and alarm, unsure whether to celebrate or worry. From loaded weapons to courtroom flashbacks, Britney's story is once again spiraling into chaos. Her financial future is shaky, her online presence unstable, and her past connections darker than ever imagined. And as her name drifts through trials and timelines, the question remains, is Britney finally free, or just lost in a new kind of prison? Let us know what you think in the comments. Is Britney reclaiming her life or falling apart before our eyes? Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over.